Alright, buckle up, cause this story's about to get wild. So, it all kicks off with some bullies swiping the main dude's snack. Total bummer, right? Our guy's like, hey, you can't just jack my stuff. But the girl bullies all, dude, it's the apocalypse. Gotta stock up. And then calls him useless. Ouch. Desperate times call for desperate measures, so he pleads for his bread back. But the bully's like, nah, you're just a noob. Totally pathetic. Harsh. Later, one of the bullies is all. This guy is just a basement dweller, a total stepping stone. Still on the ground, our hero's like, can I just have my snack back, please? The bully's like, not happy with that, and then stomps on his arm with her clog. Rude much? She looks down and says, you're a loser, dreaming of a rich girl. Then she drops the bomb. Yee's picked my bro, so back off or suffer forever. All beat up, our guy's thinking, Lin and Liu, you're gonna regret this. Then, boom, an online game screen pops up, saying he's got mad revenge credits now. Time for payback. He's shook, realizing this rogue system's real, but he's like, I've been humiliated enough, and now this system wants me to stay basic. The system's like, nah, you can hit back, and their anger turns into credits, 100 times over. Reading this, he's hyped about the sweet bonus. Determined, he's like, I'm gonna wreck everyone who dissed me. Then, a woman shows up, asking why he's just sitting there. Annoyed, the redhead's like, dude, you can't fake an injury with ketchup. Our hero steps up, hands her a package, and says, feeling generous today. Chu's totally embarrassed, gets mad, and bam, more credits for him. The system's legit. After gifting more stuff, he asks if it's enough and says, if you got good taste, you'll score even more. The woman thinks he's broke but generous, and asks if the supplies are really hers. As he leaves, the blonde confirms, yep, and if you need more, just holler. Her affection jumps by 20, thinking he's generous and kinda cute. With this affection boost, he scores 58,000 credits. Plus, all the gifts to Chu get reimbursed. Jackpot. Celebrating, he heads into the building and spots two familiar faces. Grinning, he thinks, the ATM's online. The girl sees Chun Yu and asks how he got up there, teasing about elevator issues. The redhead's like, Blondie can't beat the goddess, but Yu's like, not scared of busted shoes. The girl snaps, don't trash talk. You can't have her. Unfazed, he says, I'll let it slide. She's a level A girl. Liu's anger hits level 78. Then, Shu Yao shows up. Our guy blushes cause he moved just to meet her. And it worked. Seeing the goddess, the redhead tries to introduce himself, but she goes to the blonde, asking why he didn't meet her. The bully's like, how does this kid know Chu? The hero invites her to get supplies, but she says prices are crazy high now. Bread's gone from 8 yuan to 160, a 20x jump. In the background, the goth girl chimes in, admit you're broke, stop pretending. The blonde shows off supplies, saying, if you need more, just ask. It's dangerous out there. The goth girl's fuming, asking how he got so much food. Her rage level skyrockets to 113. Alright, buckle up for this wild ride. So the boys all, yo, she aced radiology but can't even argue, what gives? The girl, super annoyed, fires back, loser. How dare you embarrass me like that? Chu, totally unfazed, tells the blonde he's crashing at her place now, cause he needs a bodyguard. The system's like, dude, racked up over 200,000 credits from all this chaos. The girl, all wide-eyed, asks if he's got some magic food trick, but he just dodges the question. With a side eye, she wonders why he's been so chill lately, suspecting he's up to something. Chu slips up, but then he's like, let's cook, I'm starving. The goddess of beauty smirks, seeing the boy resist her charm, making him even more intriguing. But really, he's in the kitchen, relieved he kept his cool. Suddenly, the TV's blaring about a mega cold wave, with wild winds and rain. The hero's face drops, realizing the apocalypse means crazy weather, blackouts, and who knows what else. Boom, the kitchen lights go out. Chu's like, why's the power out now? The cold wave isn't even here yet. A loud knock on the door breaks the silence, claiming it's a neighborhood check. Inside, the red-haired girl tells them to hang on. The guy next to her thinks it's weird, since the last check was just a month ago. She figures it's cause of the water and power issues, but the main dude's not buying it. Her frustration level's rising. Plus, if it was about water or power, the property folks should handle it. Feeling sketchy, the guy grabs a knife, hiding it behind his back, thinking it might be a setup. Peeking through the peephole, he spots some shady figures looking antsy. He decides not to open the door, telling them to bug the neighbors instead. They ignore him, insisting on the routine check. On the other side, they're babbling nonsense. Chen Yu tells the girl to stay behind him, cause without her, no way to boost his credits. Confused, he notices his words made Chu Yaojie like him more. Then, bam, the door's busted open. Not even scared, the fight seems tough. They storm in, aiming to swipe all his stuff to survive. Chen Yu's like, those are offerings for a late family member, but the woman doesn't care. Ticked off, he's not letting them take his grub. With a knife in each hand, he warns the thieves. Everyone's freaked when he slashes the woman's throat. If they want his supplies, they gotta get through him. Panicked, the guys grip their knives, ready to defend. Grinning, the young dude offers mercy, letting them leave with a bag of food. Seeing the situation, they decide to take the deal. Grabbing the supplies, they tell him to know his place in the apocalypse. Turning away, they leave, stoked to snag some bread. But Chen Yu's just messing, not letting them take his meal. He strikes one of the looters from behind. Spotting his move, one defends with a knife. Beside him, the girl's freaking out while he toys with the scene. Holding a knife, the man claims all the food's his. With his powers, the main guy says he can whip up food from thin air. Seeing the fool drop his guard, he quickly moves in. In that moment, he takes down the last threat. While Chu Yaojie screams, he jokes she should save it for later, earning new points. Checking the system, he sees he's only got food and essentials for the girl. Chen Yu's unfazed by offing those committee folks, planning to bury them in the community garden. But his plan's busted by some people at the door. Not backing down, Chen Yu threatens to take them all out. Liu Yi sees how nuts he is, saying she'll call the cops. The main dude steps up, kicking the guy where it counts. Being neighbors during the apocalypse, they figured teaming up was the way to go. But Chen Yu was all about watching the world burn. The girl was fuming when she realized he wasn't sharing his snacks. If Liu Yi wanted anything, she'd have to beg or trade. Everyone was over the endless drama. Out of nowhere, the guards started attacking them. Chu Yaoji, armed with a high heel, was ready to rumble. Chen Yu took down 2 henchmen and charged at the last pair. He called the scared duo trash while sizing them up. Lin sneakily reached for a vase. Annoyed, he threatened to take out the idiot and moved in. But Chen Yu was too sharp and spotted the move. The vase hit the floor and shattered into pieces. After taking out young Master Lin, he promised to teach his wife and sister a lesson. The young woman freaked out seeing the lifeless body. She quickly admitted she was wrong and would do whatever the hero wanted. He spared her and told Liu Yi to scram. Chu Yaoji joked that the hero still had a soft spot for the girl he let go. The rest of the bodies, out the window, as a warning to back off. With a cold wave coming, Wei's bro was on duty that night. Suddenly, someone shouted about bodies everywhere. Wei freaked when he saw his brother among the fallen. He was clueless about how it happened. Young Master Lin was toast, his body on the ground. A corpse rain hit the street, sending people running in panic. Wei's only move was to pass out. After tossing the bodies, Chu Yaojie asked what was next before the cold wave hit. Chill, the hero whipped up a hot meal before checking things out. The system showed 200,000 points unlocked new shop stuff. Chen Yu was hyped for the girl to try his cooking. She was shocked, feeling home vibes even in the apocalypse. But Chen Yu had no time to eat, prepping for the cold wave. He scored more points with Chu Yao, hitting 273,000. Outside, folks were helping Wei's sister, who was out cold. Seeing Chen Yu watching, the boy wasn't thrilled to see him again. The hero asked if they were talking to him. After a joke, he slapped the cheeky kid. Chen Yu spent 100,000 credits to boost his stats, perfect for dealing with punks. Watching, the man was amazed at the hero's sudden strength. On his knees, he begged for mercy, saying choices were slim in the apocalypse. The boy on the ground promised no more jokes and to help if needed. The hero pondered the sibling situation. Sweating bullets, they waited for Chen Yu's decision. Curious, he asked why the water and power were out. They explained the whole building was cut off, and they went door to door swiping supplies. Chen Yu ordered the utilities back on and to bring Lin Beiwei, promising protection. On the couch, Wei's sister woke up as the guys enjoyed a tasty meal. She was clueless about where she was. Seeing the noodles, she wondered about the supply stash. Chen Yu, the food master, waited for Wei to wake up. Annoyed, she couldn't believe her bro was calling a stranger big bro for noodles. She said even if Chen Yu was nice, she wouldn't let her brother hand Yi over. Even for a bowl of noodles, she refused to eat. Her anger points skyrocketed until she tossed the food. Wei demanded she be fed noodles, or her brother would get revenge. Slowly, he set his food pot on the table and grabbed her arm firmly. Unfazed, he tossed her out of his apartment. Chu Yaoji was super worried about leaving a girl out in the cold. Like, who does that? But Chen Yu? Nah, he was chill, not bothered at all. Wei was just standing there, mind blown that the dude could leave her hanging in the hallway. She looked around, and yep, winter had totally crashed the party with snow and all. Banging on the door, she promised Chen Yu her bro would spare him if he opened up. But, plot twist, her bro was already gone, like, ice cold gone. Chen Yu had totally taken out young Master Lin, no mercy. But the girl, she was convinced her bro was A-okay. Then, out of nowhere, a girl in a winter coat opens up and invites Wei inside. Chu Yaojie, peeping through the door, was worried Liu Yi might turn Lin Beiwei against them. One of the guys was like, why not help Wei's sis? She's having a rough time. Wei dashed to her friend's hug, needing some serious comfort. Meanwhile, Chen Yu was plotting his next move, all strategic and stuff. Suddenly, there was a noise at the door. Someone was coming. Suspense. Someone said they were glad Yi knew when to chill out. A voice was like, let Chen Yu in, he's freezing and starving. The girl was on her knees, begging, clutching his clothes, desperate vibes. The woman told Yi not to stoop to that level. It was just about some noodles. Without missing a beat, he told her to back off, like, as soon as possible. The girl kept pleading, saying it was all her bad. She'd be loyal now. But the guy, nope, not buying it, not even a little. His friend was like, there's gotta be another way out of this mess. The woman with the wild hair was losing it, blaming the friend's dead bro for no supplies. The girl was shook to hear that without her bro's cash, Yi would have ditched Chen Yu. To her, the woman and her bro were total trash, deserved what they got. The drama was heating up, like dogs barking at each other. Before it got crazier, the guy dropped 2 bombs. Pointing at Yi, he told her to chill and not be a monster. Pointing at the other, he spilled that he offed her bro, and she didn't even know. Her rage meter hit 578, and she vowed to take down Chen Yu. Before she could get close, he slammed the door shut. After all that, her rage kept climbing, mixed with mega sadness and letdown. Leaving that chaos, he realized the girl was epic, with a temper to match. He racked up 2,272 fury points, now sitting pretty with over 400k credits. His face lit up, realizing he was winning. Fallen girls were the jackpot. His crew, totally confused by his creepy laughs. Pumped, the boss announced they'd party hard that night, drinks on him. But he sensed something off, a weird vibe in the air. Chu Yaoji was like, it's weird the power's out again, and no one's got warm clothes. Probably, the temp was dropping so much it messed with circuits, not the committee's fault. First off, no need to freak out, they still had gas to stay toasty. He checked the system, saw he needed 500k credits to unlock new store stuff. Seeing those big numbers, he thought the woman was silly for not buying warm clothes in summer. Chu Yaoji's fury points shot up, realizing the boss was griping about her. Making her madder, he told her to quit barking. He definitely bought blankets in summer. Thinking the cold got to his head, the crew watched, kind of freaked out. The woman glared with 523 fury points, saying the guy's brains were frozen. With the chaos, the guy realized he was racking up more system points. Ready to roll the dice, he had over 519k credits, unlocking a new category. Chu Yaoji's anger stayed high, saying they couldn't diss her just because she had supplies. Meanwhile, the guy was stacking more points, hitting the jackpot. Then boom, the power came back, and they were saved. After dropping 100k credits, he locked in half a year's worth of bills in one go. With a megaphone, he shouted for all the betrayed wives and scary mothers-in-law to hear his epic revenge plan. Inside the building, some folks were calling him a total idiot and throwing shade. The system showed his fury points were skyrocketing, which was awesome for our hero. That's the thrill of getting rich overnight, baby. Meanwhile, his crew thought his brain had totally frozen over. Checking the system, his credits hit a whopping 836,700. The trio thought the boss had lost it and watched everything like hawks. Ignoring all the questions, he told everyone to hit the hay early. Chu Yaoji was totally clueless about what her Chen Yu was on about. Meanwhile, voices were telling Unit 701 to scram. Now they thought they were toast, losing all hope. But the hero knew all the tricks and wasn't sweating it. Confused, his buddies thought he'd been brainwashed. Outside, a woman dared them to open the door, threatening to smash their power box. That was Sun Shinner, the famous internet celeb. Recognizing the voice, the hero at the door turned on the charm. Annoyed, they told him to cut the nonsense, as soon as possible. But the dude wasn't fazed by his actions or the chaos they caused. Getting super annoyed, the guy decided to smash the power box. With a hammer in hand, he unleashed all his rage on it. The hero watched the scene like it was a movie, doing nada. Sun Shinner warned this is what happens when a loser messes with them. At that moment, the young dude flashed a mysterious grin. Raising his hand, he placed his fingers just right. Suddenly, the dented power box was almost instantly fixed. Everyone around was shook by what just went down. Teasing the guy who wrecked it, he said he was weak and hadn't eaten enough. Not letting it slide, he grabbed his hammer again and whacked the power box. Leaving it totally trashed, he thought it was beyond saving now. His face changed fast when he saw the power box was back to normal. To the hero, that guy was still a total weakling. Hearing his words, the guy shot a furious glare at the hero. Raising his hammer, he aimed to take out Chen Yu first. As he attacked, the hero swiftly dodged to the side. Sticking his foot out, he made the guy trip over his own feet, creating the perfect chance to kick him where it really hurts. The sweat on the guy's face showed all his pain. From then on, he'd be known as the Prince of Emptiness. Fuming, the woman warned that even with power, he'd run out of food and have to shop. Ignoring her, he didn't think that was a big deal. Hearing she was a big influencer, he wasn't scared and offered food to celebrate. Seeing the situation unfold, the two got more desperate, realizing the hero had it all. With her fury growing, Sun Shinner couldn't believe he turned everything into food. Even an influencer with millions of fans didn't have powers like that. While his crew held some grub, the hero kept getting threats. Suddenly, a rain of eggs flew at his opponents. The guy suggested the boy quit that behavior right away. Ignoring him, he grabbed a bowl and bonked him on the head. Losing his balance, he slipped and landed on his butt. After causing a huge scene, he told his crew to get inside the apartment. Now their goal was to take down Chen Yu, no matter how long it took. Hearing the loud banging at the door, they knew it wouldn't be long before they broke in. Checking the system, the warrior decided to unlock a new category with his points. His eyes landed on the notification for the unlocked clothing category. Outside, the rain was pouring hard. Shu Yaoji noticed the acid rain coming, and the guy thought it was the perfect time for a stroll. Placing a hand on his buddy's shoulder, he said the young dude had potential. Handing him a feather jacket, he asked to explore the area together. Pumped, the boy kept asking the boss questions, thinking he might lead some secret group. He opened the door, facing those people from before. Pushing the influencer aside, he told her not to block the way. The girl's anger was clear as she realized he didn't respect an influencer with millions of fans. Looking for some grub, Zhao Tian tried to pin the blame on the woman for all the earlier chaos. Realizing she wants to buddy up with a superpowered dude, the influencer gets super annoyed. Determined, she offers to hang with Chen Yu, asking him to invite her over, promising good food and drinks. Without a second thought, the main guy slaps her. He can't believe she had the nerve to compare him to a regular dude. In a threatening tone, she warns him not to do that again. Not scared of anything anymore, not even her followers, he smacks her face again. Furious, Sun Zenner can't get why he's the only one not trying to impress her like everyone else. Meanwhile, Zhao Tian tries to show he's totally loyal to his new bro, but he ends up getting punched by the blue-haired sidekick. Seeing the chaos, Chen Yu looks around. A voice calls out to someone. Sitting on the ground, Wei looks like she's freezing. The young guy puts his feather jacket on her, listening to her pleas for help. While the girl gets comfort from the young guy, Chen Yu says he'll check outside. The acid rain had already wrecked everything around. The plants and cars were totally trashed, but the hero needed to grab a package at the delivery spot. As he walks through the streets, a woman leaning against the wall calls him with a voice. Determined, he won't fall for that trap. Charming, he decides to talk about the kind of problem the girl is for him. At that moment, a sharp knife is pointed at his neck. Threatening the warrior, she orders him to strip down immediately. But he tries every way to get out of that mess, making the girl more and more annoyed. Looking at her face, he says she's truly something else. Holding her knife tight, she keeps threatening him, saying she'll end him if he doesn't do what she says. Without showing fear, he starts taking off his jacket. Angry, she says if he doesn't have something useful, he can't even talk to her. With a grin, Chen Yu tries to make her even more annoyed. Suddenly, she notices something weird in his hands. The main guy takes his clothes back and tells her to talk to him again when she learns to ask nicely. Looking at her hands, the girl realizes the clothes have totally vanished. With her anger level rising, she charges at the hero with a knife. But he's way faster and grabs her arm with all his strength. He pushes her against the brick wall. Holding her arm, he says she's not qualified. While she says without those resources, Chen Yu's just numbers, lives without value in the apocalypse. She gives him a mission, asking him to hit up the city hospital, rewarding him with 2 packs of noodles. That food would be enough to make him super grateful, as ants were just ants. Not getting all that abuse, the hero punches her in the face. Under the rain, she touches her face bruised by the slap. Her anger level is going through the roof. But the main guy seems not to hear her whining. As the acid rain falls, she calls for Chen Yu. Turning his back, he gives her his address, betting she won't have the guts to show up. At that moment, she thinks she'll get her supplies and make him pay for everything. Returning home, he brings a package in his hands. Sitting on the floor, the influencer waits for Chen Yu to show up. Desperate, she grabs his legs and begs him to accept her, promising to fulfill all his wishes. The moment she realizes he has unlimited supplies, her affection does a 180. Sun Sinner claims she was super ignorant before, but now she'll be the hero's property. Bringing her inside, he tells her to take a bath, not wanting his floor to get dirty. The system shows all the cash and resources spent on the influencer will be reimbursed 100 times for storage. The next category, Fruit Superpower, unlocks with 3 million credits. Chu Yaojie can't believe he went after a simple package, but the boss says he should fetch it. Turning her back, she warns she never said she wanted to marry the main guy. Opening the package, he finds a teddy bear. Jokingly, A Chow says he didn't know the boss had such a soft side. Holding the boy by the neck, the two head to sleep, leaving the main room for Chen Yu. At that moment, it feels like an earthquake is happening. A voice threatens Chen Yu from outside the door, saying it'll end him that night. Seeing everyone looking at him, the boss says he hasn't done anything. Irritated, he tells everyone to sleep immediately. Feeling some headaches, the hero realizes he's not getting any beauty sleep tonight. No way. Chillin' in the living room, she says if the woman could open that door, he'd hand over his base chief badge. No cap. His crew's hyped, totally vibing with the boss. Sun Shinner peeps that the older bros got that special sauce. Plus, he's got mad influence, like top tier, no doubt. Wei tells those two to zip it, giving them a playful smack on the noggin. Sipping some tea, the hero's deep in thought, like, your vibe is your tribe, you feel? Chu Yaoji wonders if they'd let a woman wake up the whole block. This was the end of episode 1. Subscribe to not miss the next part.